It's a great honor to be among the legends, although it means something, doesn't, when you're called a legend. And we accept that with all of the stripes on our back that we have earned over these years. Tonight, when I was thinking about what I would say, I thought of my Cajun mother, because Beth and her team said, please talk about what Louisiana means to you. And my double Purple Heart recipient father, who fought hard for this country. And the two of them showed me and my family values growing up that I think were based on Louisiana values. So where I want to start is with this discussion about values is about the years that Louisiana Public Broadcasting has been serving Louisiana. Beth and her team have worked so hard to bring honest and legitimate information about our culture, our arts, our creativity. She and her organization have always been colorblind, culture blind, and have made this state really renowned for the quality work and information and stories that have been able to be told by her. So while certainly it's an honor to receive this award, the award really should be given to Louisiana Public Broadcasting in all of our names every year. Because who is going to tell the stories of Louisiana in a divisive world? Who is going to tell the story of a black musician? Who's going to tell the story of a Cajun poet? Who's going to tell the story of what happens in North Louisiana, a little town, a big city? Who is here to do that? It's not going to happen in the political realm. Unfortunately, we have tough times ahead of us. And I learned the hard way about these values of Louisiana by trying to save Louisiana's coast. The coast is so important. And Louisiana Public Broadcasting and the America's Wetland Foundation joined together to try to bring news and stories about the real people, the grassroots nature of our state that makes us so different and makes us so valuable to the nation and to the world. So my first thought of three is that we need to honor Louisiana Public Broadcasting through these awards. And Beth, I cherish all that you've done and the staff and Kathy Seymour and her committee today. The second point that I'd like to make is that we're better together. And we seem to have lost our way on the path of being good partners with each other. And as a country, we have always taken on the challenges. And in Louisiana, we've always had to strive harder. We weren't good enough. Our colleges weren't the best, this and that. But we were, actually. If you look around at the stars and the luminaries that we've created here, I think it's from the hard work and the struggle and those values I was talking about of caring for one another. So we are better together. When I was at Northwestern, I created a youth program that is now 50 years old called the Louisiana Youth Seminar. I did it because I'd gone to youth programs and there were not black and white kids there. And I said, well, this doesn't look like who we are. Why can't we all be in this room together and succeed? And now, after the kids who've been to that program have been elected representatives and city councilmen and people who serve in our government, it's been a wonderful opportunity to look back and see what thinking about working together really truly means. That was what Louisiana was and should be in the future, and we should take our steps to try to make that happen every day. Finally, I went through a tough period last 2 years with the pandemic, as many of you may have been. I, at the beginning of the pandemic, closed down my company and closed down the America's Wetland Foundation because we felt we had achieved what we set out to do, which was to put the Louisiana wetland issue on the map. Now, the biggest trouble with having nothing to do is you can't tell when you're done. So I'm was in this period of like thinking this through, and I was going, God, what am I going to do? And Ronna Gray, who's been a dear friend for years, she said, you need to write down some stories because you're a good storyteller. And this was coming from a great storyteller. So she said, write down the stories and it's going to be great. Then leave them behind and go do your next thing. And so this was the result of that. It was years worth of work of telling stories. And you can all get it by going to my name on Facebook before it becomes a New York Times bestseller. It's stories that you will all be comfortable hearing. And it is about people who can learn to say yes to each other. My career and my life has been built on people allowing me and my ideas to go forward. There were many times when they said no. And I aggravated them so much until they would say yes, eventually. And so those ideas became what we have today in the America's Wetland Foundation, the Talk to Someone Who Can Help campaign for the American Psychological Association, the first AIDS campaign in America. All of that would not have happened without people saying, yes, you can do it. So to my family, a mi familia de Argentina, my wonderful friends and associates who are here, and those in the room who've allowed me and others to go forward by saying yes, let me challenge you, next time you're thinking of someone wanting to do something that's really creative, say yes to them. It will make you feel as good as them. Thank you so much for this distinct honor.